When I say the name Prey, I bet two things come to your mind. Firstly, it's the 2017's masterpiece Immersive Sim by Arcane, or the 2022 movie, which, weirdly, now that I think about it, shares a lot of similarities with today's subject. Anyways, today, I am not talking about either of those. Today is the day we talk about a different Prey. A game that, sadly, has been forgotten by time, especially because a new game called Prey came out and really overshadowed it. Time to jump deep into the sphere and experience Prey from 2006.
All your life you have rejected the ways of your ancestors.
For those of you who are unaware of this game, let me introduce it with one simple sentence. A Native American fights aliens. It really leaves you flabbergasted. I know. I love a spiritual sequel to Turok, which is famously a game where a Native American fights aliens and dinosaurs. So it seems we lost one adversary over the years. Hopefully the next game in this weird franchise isn't just a Native American fights, as that does not sound too appealing. So, as a filthy European, I don't have much actual knowledge on the culture of Native Americans. I'm not lying to you when I say that the most I know comes from those Simpson episodes where they always go to some sort of spiritual man who shows them their future in a what if episode. So it's clear I am not a professional on that aspect, but I will say, as someone who is not too familiar with the culture and the typical representation, this game does not lean too much into harmful stereotypes, I think. Yes, there's a whole spiritual world aspect, which does have a very interesting twist to it, but other than that, our main character, Tommy Tavodi, does not feel like some sort of caricature. He feels like a person with his own goals, feelings, and characteristics. Tommy is voiced by Michael Greyeyes, who apparently even helped the developers flesh out Tommy to make him feel more authentic. Prey's development has a very interesting story that lasts for almost a decade. It all started with 3D Realms, the studio behind Duke Nukem, in 1995 wanting to make a dark sci-fi game. Then, this idea of theirs goes through actual development hell, changing of leads, engines, and the whole story leads to 2001 when the task of making this game falls upon Human Head Studios. And after 5 years of grueling development, they popped out a unique little first-person shooter. So how about we see how this game, that was stuck in development hell for almost a decade, turned out. Like with every good story, we begin in a dirty bathroom. Soon we meet our supporting cast, Grandpappy, who Tommy instantly dismisses. Yeah, fuck the elders, you're so right, Tommy boy. Behind the counter, we meet the owner of the bar, our girlfriend, the lovely Jen. Please skip the part where I tried the blackjack machine and fully lose everything in an instant. Thanks. We pick up a wrench, which is something Prey will shamelessly steal in 11 years. Also, at this point, I realize that the radio is playing licensed music, so quickly I turn that off. We don't want that here. And now the most important part of the intro. The chair spin! Ah, love it. After committing some assault, we get rescued from all the consequences of our actions by a sudden invasion of aliens. Perfect timing. Whew. This moment is also beautifully exemplified with the power of Blue Oyster Cult's Don't Fear the Reaper, which obviously I can't play, but here's my rendition of the song, so you can still feel the vibe this intro brings. Sorry in advance. All our times have come. Here, but now they're gone. Seasons don't fear the reaper. When the sun or the rain. Come on, baby. Baby, take my hand. We'll be able to fly, baby. Baby, I'm your man. And so the game begins. Prey is actually one of the few games that runs on id Tech 4 engine, which is personally one of my favorites, specifically because this engine is used by such masterpieces like Doom 3, Quake 4, Wolfenstein 2009, the recent Skin Deep, and Brink. Okay, that might be one of the biggest surprises today. I had no idea. Anyways, if you ever played Quake 4, the beginning of the game might bring back some traumatic memories, as it is very similar to that series of events in the middle of Quake 4. Luckily for little Tommy here, an explosion gets planted by some people that I'd probably describe as rebels, and Tommy gets blown up, which leads to him escaping the conveyor of pain. Meat surrounds us, And of course, every meaty technology setting has an anus door. It's always the anus door. Following the fleshy door, we get the chance to beat up our first enemy, the fodder. A cute little creature, and we bludgeon it to death. We also bludgeon this man in the corner. Oh, Tommy, how dare you do that, you bloodthirsty man. Here we also see the birth of a fodder. They actually hatch from these meaty eggs that are around the place. Not gross at all. Now time for one of the biggest features of Prey, the portals. Truly awe-inspiring. Remember, this smooth portal technology came to us in 2006. We get a glimpse of a little, meat tenderizing scene. As we walk out, we see our grandpappy and Jen in the line for the big tenderizer. Oh no.
My God, Tommy, you must go. Hang on. I'll try to stop this thing. Go now. I shall await you in the land of the ancients. Oh my God, no! No!
This horrible creature, that you would think only comes out of Geiger's mind itself, is actually how we heal. This, and the little paws on the ground, restore our health. Also, Big Brain Tommy here accidentally turns on the tenderizer again. Whoops, my finger slipped. As a portal opens before us, we are greeted with our main enemy of the game, the Hunter. They come in two forms. Ones that attack us head on, like this fella here, and the other ones that snipe us from far away. After killing him, we also get his gun, the main workhorse of Prey, the Hunter rifle. First of all, it's quite a gross little thing. Very meaty and very insect-like. It comes with two modes. The main attack is an assault rifle, while the secondary fire makes a little eyeball come out of it, and it turns the weapon into a sniper rifle. Wonderful. As we land on the meaty floor, the first recording of Art Bell starts playing. This is a fun little side thing that lightens the mood of the game and gives us an idea of what's happening on Earth. Art Bell and this radio show actually exists in real life. Well, existed would be more correct, as sadly, Art Bell passed away in 2019. After taking out the enemies in the next room, we get introduced to the crawlers, little green bugs that actually act like the game's grenades. And also, we see the other main selling feature of Prey, gravity walkways. I'll be frank with you. Prey is one of the only games that have actually given me motion sickness. Something about the smooth way the gravity around you changes just doesn't sit well with my head. So that's a little warning for you. The next room gives us another amazing set piece. Have you ever heard of the classic 90s movie, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Well, Human Head Studios apparently really liked the movie. They liked it enough to give us Tiny Tommy. A couple new enemies are thrown at us. Firstly, we have these deformed humans who are only kinda an enemy. They're just regular dudes doing their job. We kinda do not care about Tommy unless he starts a fight first, and we know Tommy likes to start fights. Hounds, on the other hand, the next enemy Tommy guns down, do care quite a lot. These little beauties seem oddly familiar, don't they? You could say they feel very alien. As Tommy turns off the lights, we finally see where we are. The Sphere, a giant planet-like spaceship. As we continue moving through the ship, killing hunters, we finally meet a worthy opponent, a rackety bridge. As Tommy falls to his death, we unlock the easy mode for the rest of the game. Let me explain. Tommy awakens in the land of the ancients. Here, he not only gets to chat with the soul of his grandfather, but also gets greeted by Talon, the spirit of Tommy's pet hawk that died like a long time ago. Tommy receives the ability to separate his body from his soul at will, and also he gets a spirit bow, which is a weapon he can use whenever he separates from his body. This also has a big impact on death, but we'll get there when we actually die for the first time. As we awake alive in the hole, a female voice greets us.
What? Who said that?
It understands you. It's curious. This human is a mystery. Find him.
Quite an ominous voice. In the next room, a force field stops us from moving forward. This is where we learn the main use of the spirit form. It's how we bypass these shields. Most of the time, using the spirit form boils down to you going to the other side of the force field and turning it off. That is the most basic and the most used mechanic of the game. I don't even want to call it a puzzle. Later on, a couple more interesting uses for the spirit form appear, but it never becomes anything close to a real meaty puzzle. It's always the most basic of push the button interaction. And the use of the spirit form is getting some extra goodies. Whenever a symbol of the sun is engraved into a wall or the floor, it means that there is a spirit bridge here, which Spirit Tommy can utilize. Most of the time you get some ammo or health. Sometimes you use the bridge so you can press a button. In the next room, we get ourselves a new weapon, the leech gun. This is probably the most unique of Prey's weapons. As the name implies, it can leech. What it does leech are these specific sources of energy. In the beginning, you have access to two energies. A red one, Plasma, which acts similar to a Doom plasma rifle, and Frost, which lets you freeze enemies. Personally, out of these two, I choose Plasma every time. Frost just feels like it takes too long, and I personally don't enjoy letting enemies be that close to me. Later in the game, we get Lightning, which can just one-shot most enemies and is amazing against bosses. And lastly, at the end of the game, Sunbeam becomes available, which is just the most OP thing ever. It's so powerful that whenever you use it, Tommy gets visibly pushed back. Quite a lot, actually. At this point, you might also notice how Talon is quite a lot of help, as he attacks enemies on his own, which a lot of times just means that he distracts the enemies, which is all he really needs to do. A lot of times in games, there are some big no-nos that they don't tend to cross. These specifically come from the fact that if a game does cross these certain boundaries, the age rating jumps up. This is one of the reasons why in Skyrim, for example, the children are immortal demonic beings. So here, have a gander at some children dying.
Oh, this can't be good.
One more fun gravity mechanic gets introduced here. We've seen the big walkways that change gravity. Now here are some personal gravity changers. Whenever you shoot one of these panels, the gravity in the room changes. And here, as I horribly miss a jump, we finally die for the first time. But we are actually not greeted by a load screen or anything. What does happen is that we are once again back in the spirit realm. We can even see our body lying there, limp on the ground. So what awaits us is a little aim trainer. You have blue and red spirits flying around. Whenever you shoot down a blue one, the spirit bar refills, while every red shot refills the health. And that's it. After some time, you get sucked back into being alive, like nothing even happened. This does mean that you are pretty much immortal, which is why I said that after you get the spirit bow, the game becomes very easy. Because even if you die to every single enemy, you can just respawn. The worst part is, there isn't really a way to make the game harder. The game doesn't use regular difficulty options. It has an adaptive difficulty, which ideally means that the game should get harder if you are a better player. But I don't think you ever feel any real challenge. Once you beat the game, you unlock the Cherokee difficulty, which removes healing from the game. On paper, this would make the game harder, but once again, because of the reviving mechanic, it just means the game will become a lot more tedious rather than difficult. So, remember that child that exploded? Yeah, now we have to fight a legion of children spirits, which is certainly quite something. As we go into our first open area, we get greeted by another new enemy, the gas bag. Interesting fellas, they just fly around, slowly, menacingly towards you, and once you pop them, they explode in an acid rain. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been damaged by any of them. So you may have noticed that the text everywhere in the game is not English. It turns out Tommy does not understand alien languages. What a shame. But whenever you get a monitor that has this cryptic language, and wait for a moment, for Talon to show up, suddenly the text becomes readable, which is just so cool. Yeah, the whole gravity mechanic is cool. The portals are very sick, but they also exemplify the biggest problem of the game, the level design. The secluded arenas where you get to fight some hunters as they teleport in, maybe one or two get teleported upside down on one of the gravity walks is cool and fun. Problem is, whenever you have to traverse the sphere, the game loses all of its immersion as it just doesn't make sense. The way the buttons work, the way almost everything needs to be pressed by other two people feels very gamey, in a way that you can feel the whole world is made around your ability to leave your body. And many times during play I was wondering, how the hell would a lowly hunter traverse this place? It just does not make any logical sense. And this, in my opinion, is the biggest flaw of the game, because the moment I am made to think about how the world doesn't make sense, you have lost my immersion, and with it, a lot of my interest. So remember how I mentioned Prey runs on id Tech 4? The same engine as Doom 3? Well, if you didn't believe me before, we get to fight the Cyber Demon. Sorry. It's called the Centurion here. As I mentioned before, you have the ability to turn on and off the force fields that separate rooms and act as barriers. Well, if you go into one of these rooms and wait for Mr. Centurion to come looking for you, you can use the force field to amputate his arm and take control of his weapon, the autocannon. It's a weapon type as old as time. A high caliber machine gun with a secondary fire being a grenade launcher, my favorite gender of guns. Not only is this quite a beast of a weapon, it also has a magnificent design. It looks like a facehugger has decided to take a little nap on your hand. Oh, love it. As we continue moving forward, we catch a glimpse of a new enemy, the Harvester. who, after seeing us, escapes into a I think I have to censor it. It's let's call it a fleshy crevice. Sure, let's go with that. In the next open area, we get our introduction to a vehicle. Honestly, it's kinda hard to describe it. Tommy just ponders an orb, and suddenly a flying machine appears. Inside the vehicle, we can shoot and also use an attracto beam to either pull enemies in for a little kiss or remove obstacles. I hope you like this little vehicle, as Tommy will be using it a lot. I can't say for sure, but when you play it, it feels like a little less than a third of the game is in the vehicle. I might be completely wrong, but it happens often enough for it to get old. So here's another use of the spirit form. From this point on, from time to time, you'll come across some rooms that are filled with security lasers. So you just real quick pop into the spirit form and turn off the lasers so they don't activate the turret. Here's my proudest moment from playing the game. Have a look at me trying to get a cool trickshot with a bow. Did it take me like 10 plus tries? Yes. But did I succeed? Yes. So who cares? After some more flying, we reach the hideout of the Lost Tribe, the home of the person who blew us up and set us free at the start of the game. In this place, we meet the priestess. Her name is Eloit, and their tribe is called the Hidden, which is a subtle reference to the cult classic Half-Life 2 Total Conversion multiplayer game. Goddamn, I love the Hidden. They suffered a similar fate to us. Their tribe was abducted, but some of them managed to escape and hide away inside the dark corners and crooks of the sphere.
For centuries, the Keeper, our enemy, has used it to harvest beings like us from 1,000 different worlds, to be processed, turned into food, warriors, whatever it requires. For generations, the Keeper has been the hunter, and we have been the prey. But no longer.
Elliot tells us of her plan, to open a portal to Earth, while the sphere is still close enough to the planet. All we need to do is destroy the Keeper, in order for the portal technology to work. I will say, I love a simple plan where all I have to do is destroy a powerful alien. Simple and easy. As we enter the next room, we get a very spectacular introduction. Before us floats a weapon held up by two beams. Your imagination runs wild. What sort of weapon is being held in such a position? Oh, I want to have it in my hand so much. And when you finally get it, it's a shotgun. Oh, finally. The most important weapon in any first-person shooter is finally in Tommy's hands, and... It sounds horrible. Acid Sprayer might take the crown for being the most pathetic sounding shotgun. Compared to something like Quake 4, there's just no competition. Is the idea of Acid Sprayer cool? Hell yeah. Does it sound cool? Hell no. As we try to open a door, a new creature greets us. The Mutate. Oh boy, what a looker he is. A mix between an average, heart attack grill customer and a hound. From seeing all the mindless human husks around, we knew that they used humans to create new creatures that were beneficial to them. But now, we see their bodies used for soldiers. I would say that, in a way, by killing a Mutate, Tommy takes the life of a human, even if it's a man that has lost all of his humanity. But then I remember how in the beginning of the game, he beat up two men with a wrench, so I don't think Tommy cares that much. After the Mutates, in one of the corners we stumble upon another one of Art Bell's transmissions. This one is special, as it involves the Keeper calling Bell. I guess he's just such a big fan.
Excuse me? Okay, Keeper. Do you have something to share with us tonight? Oh, okay. That's about enough of that. I'm sorry.
And finally we save Jen. Objective 1 accomplished. Now, let's kill the Keeper.
Tommy, if you hear this, you must come. The Keeper has found us.
Okay, I guess that can wait. First, I'll save you, Elliot. We catch a glimpse of the Keeper right as he disappears. Bastard, how dare you hurt the priestess?
What happened here?
The Keeper found us. His hunters, they were everywhere.
While on our quest to kill that bastard, through a window we notice Jen getting captured. Again. I swear, Is her last name Peach or something? In this level, we finally get our last weapon, the crawler cannon. Or to put it in normal human terms, the rocket launcher. In one of the many rooms, we stumble upon a map of the tower, which we are now ascending. Well, that's a bit far. Jen, don't worry. In a week or so, I'll surely arrive. Finally, after some help, and by that I mean a shortcut that skipped a couple hundred of miles, we are finally close to Jen. Thank you, ominous voice. Now, this doesn't seem too good. Tommy is either losing his mind, or the rooms are being constructed right before our eyes. I think I'd rather go with the insanity theory. That makes me feel a little bit better. Finally, we have once again reached Jen.
Where are you?
I'm so scared!
Jen, thank God.
Tommy, I can't feel my legs. Help me! I'm so afraid!
Don't be scared. I'm getting us out of here, I promise. Oh my God!
Well, that's not good. I don't think we can continue this relationship. I swear, it's not you. It's me. Oh, I can't lie. It really is just you. Jen here gets turned into a creature X, a formidable enemy that's gonna appear here and there from now on. Sadly, not in Jen form, but in the form of a Baldy. Now, after one of my favorite moments of the game, you know, popping a bullet into your girlfriend's head, we are back to the world of the ancients. For my second favorite moment of the game. Yes, it gets invaded by aliens. That is so cool. It brings up so many questions and not enough answers. My jaw was literally on the floor, seeing Grandfather here use a spirit shield to reflect Centurion's bullets. Like, how cool is that? After we escape back into the sphere, our main mission is only amplified. Not only must we kill the Keeper to get the teleporter working, but also as a revenge for Jen and to stop the invasion into the land of the ancients. Time for the big confrontation. Come out, Keeper boy.
Keeper! Show yourself!
Human? Why are you here?
I am here to avenge my people.
Your people? Were it not for us, your species would never have existed. You were created only to be consumed.
What are you saying?
Eons ago, your planet was nothing but a barren rock. We seeded your world, as we have 1,000 others, with the beginnings of organic life. Returning to reap our harvest when that life had ripened. We own you.
I am a warrior of the Cherokee Nation. Nobody owns me.
Cherokee? I do not understand this notion. Your spirit is what separates you from the others. It is why you have been spared. We will add your strength and knowledge to ours. You will become like us. You will become a god.
I came here only to kill you.
Your skills are formidable, but they are no match for the power of the Keepers. You will fail, and we will harvest your planet. It is over.
As the fight rages on, I do wonder. Mr. Keeper here doesn't sound like the lady voice we've been hearing. So, who is she then? Okay, so I guess it's not the Keeper, as there are multiple of them. Fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, a nest of the Keepers. I don't think I got enough ammo for all of them. And now the real final battle begins. The first phase is very interesting, as it consists of you diving deep into this giant snot ball in order to activate the repulsion beams, until the outer shell explodes, and we get greeted by a pair of tits. Good lord.
Welcome.
You're human?
I was once. I was brought here countless generations ago, harvested like so many others. Like you, I resisted, fought the Keepers of the Sphere all the way to this very chamber. The Sphere recognized that I was exceptional. It had grown old, tired, and had offered me a deal. My people would be spared
If you took over.
Second phase starts now. It's a lot simpler. All you have to do is use the spirit bow to firstly mark all the glass panels of the orb, then just break them with a regular weapon until mommy here gets hit with enough bullets. And so the third and final phase begins.
What the
This
hell
phase
do
is
you
even
want from
simpler.
me?
All you have to do is shoot Mother whenever her shield is down. And how does one get her shield down? Of course, by detonating a flying mine. How else? And with the final shot, we beat the game.
Why did you do this?
I couldn't let you go on like this. Destroying entire civilizations. It had to end.
The sphere is a civilization unto itself. A living thing. Listen to me, Dumasi Tudi. My time in this world is finished. But once I'm gone, you must bond with the sphere in my place. You cannot imagine the power you will gain.
So much power! I can do anything!
Using the power of our grandpa's words, we drive the sphere straight into the sun, ending the regime of this horrible race.
Grandfather, am I?
No, grandson. It is not yet your time.
Jen.
Hello, Tommy.
Jen, I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't be. I'm among my brothers here.
Jen's spirit resides here now. But you belong in the living world.
When will I see you again?
When your time comes, I'll be right here, waiting for you. Until then, we will watch over you.
After the credits, we have a little time skip and get back to Tommy 6 months later. He has truly been able to recreate the bar from scratch. He is quite a handyman.
Are you still
Normal
open?
State University. We'll
Greetings,
discuss her
Tommy.
theories connecting.
I thought you were dead. How did you escape?
The portal we built worked, but not the way we expected. I was rescued by powerful beings. They've taken notice of you and have sent me to find you.
What are you talking about? No one knows what I did up there.
Not on this world, no, but your actions are well known elsewhere. These beings are very anxious to meet the great Domasi Taudi. Let me introduce you. Come.
Now imagine how players must have felt in 2006. You beat the school game, and then you get hit with a "to be continued" screen. People were hyped. And then they remained hyped for many years until in 2011 a trailer drops for Prey 2. I remember how hyped people were for this because it looks amazing. And then rumors started to spread of it being cancelled. Then, half a decade later, new news drop about the game from Arcane Studios called Prey. No way, a reboot? A sequel? Will we get to see Tommy again? Well, no. Well, maybe we will at least get a sequel to this amazing immersive sim. Maybe. Even if it's not Tommy's adventure, Prey 2 will see the light of day and... Oh, Arcane is shut down, so we never getting Prey 2. Fantastic. I guess see y'all in 2028 for the release of Prey. A new game in the franchise of Prey games that have nothing to do with the previous two Prey games. Until then, see you around.